Hello everyone and welcome to Valamore Things. Feel free to follow me to see more of my content. Thank you and I hope you'll enjoy the video. Hello guys and welcome back to another gameplay video. Today we're playing, obviously, with MH3 cards, Modern Horizons 3 cards. Especially Primal Prayers is the focus today. So we're trying to combine Primal Prayers, it's a green enchantment. When Primal Prayers enters the battlefield, we get 2 energy counters. We may cast creature spells with mana value 3 or less by paying 1 energy, rather than paying their mana cost, so we are not paying any mana to cast any creatures that has value 3 or less. Spoiler, every single creature in the deck. If we cast a spell this way, we may cast it as though it had flash. So we can cast creatures at instant speed for 1 energy, everything under 4 mana cost. 3 or less. So what are we combining Primal Prayers with? The first thing is obviously Satoru the Infiltrator. I don't know what's the best art of Satoru. Probably this one. I like this one more. By the way, when Satoru the Infiltrator and another creator, non-token, enters the battlefield under our control, if none of them were cast or no mana, guys, no mana was spent to cast them, draw a card. So we cast Primal Prayers, we get 2 energies. Even though we have other ways to generate energy, let's pretend we have not. So Primal Prayers, we get 2 energy. 1 energy down, we cast Satoru, we draw a card off of Satoru, and 10, we start the loop. What is the loop? So we're not comboing off with Greenbelt Rampager and Thassa's Oracle. I love that idea, but we're not doing that. We're just using Primal Prayers and Satoru as a value engine matter. So, what are the most broken cards that works with creatures, enters the battlefields, and energy counters? The first one is a brand new card, Guide of Souls. So, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under our control, we gain 1 life and we get 1 energy. Plus, whenever we attack, we may pay 3 energy. When we do, we put 2 +1/+1 counters and a flying counter on target attacking creature we control. It becomes an angel in addition to its other types. So, Guide of Souls plus Satoru plus Primal Prayers means we can basically play through our entire deck, unless we are a bit unlucky. So, alongside that, to enable this loop, we play Amped Raptor, that also gives us 2 energies and has a sort of cascade effect. We play Conduit Goblin, that gives us 2 energies, and at the beginning of combat on our turn, we may pay 1. If we do, another target creature we control gets +1 and haste until the end of turn. So this guy can help us basically finish the game. Coiling Oracle. So this guy here is strong because it ramps or either draw us a card. This does not gas under Orcish Bow Masters, so it's pretty strong. His effect doesn't go under Bow Masters. The body himself does, but. And perhaps the strongest creator we have alongside Satoru and Primal Prayers is Rogue Refiner. So this thing was printed back in the days in the Kaladesh era. I don't know, it's this Kaladesh or I don't remember. Can I check? Aether Revolt, yeah. So, whenever Rogue Refiners enters the battlefield, we draw a card and we get 2 energy counters. So, under Satoru we draw 2, we get 2 energy counters, and the loop keeps going. So, what do we have other than this energy package? We play Static Prison. That's also part of the energy packet, but is an all-round removal, especially strong against the Wandering and Nadu. Other than that, we have Galvanic Discharge, also part of the energy package from the Boros colors that you know because it's a tire deck. And Ragavan, of course, because it's the strongest 1 mana drop in the game right now. Unstable Amulet, also part of the Boros energy package. And I think that's it for the main deck. Let's look at the mana base. We have 2 Aether Hubs and 2 City of Brass to help us build the mana we need at the right moment, at the right time. One basic forest, one basic island. Sorry for the art, but I really love this Eldrazi art with... Is that Ulamog or Kozilek? I don't even know. But I love that. Other than that, we play a few Triomes, a few Shocklands, and a few Fetchlands. Nothing special here. Let's look at the sideboard. So you can see that these are 13 cards because I actually cut 2 Consign to memory. But I think that in the leagues we played with 4 Consign to memory. So Static Prison for the reasons I said before, Flusterstorm against mostly Ruby Storm or any heavy instant and sorcery interactive decks. Consign to memory against, again, Eldrazi or the One Ring, mostly. Rock Sage, 2 Endurances. I just figured out that I don't really have a way to do the Reclamation Sage. So one is basically random, but I love that. Endurance because Living End is still a thing, and many decks are interacting with the graveyard, so it's not bad to have it. 4 Damping Sphere because Amulet Titan is still a thing, and Eldrazi Tron of course is a thing, and the Ruby Storm is a thing, so Damping Sphere is the go-to card in the sideboard at this moment. So this deck is a lot of fun. This has of course no... this is no pretentious to become a tier 1. We have no ambition to become a tier 1. This is just a fun idea that I came up with. I didn't want it to combo, but I love Primal Prayers because mostly of his art, and I love the Aluren idea behind this, and I think that the card is just a pretty good design. So I really wanted to build something around Primal Prayers and Satoru, which are two of my most favorite cards. So sorry about my English today. It's not the best, but sorry. I keep trying to get better at it. Primal Prayers is really a good card, and I really wanted to try it out. So today we didn't play the league, we played friendlies, and that was a lot of fun. I've seen so many random things that this is going to be hilarious. Okay, so let's jump into game number 1, guys. Oh, hey! Please subscribe to the channel down here. Only 9% of you are actually subscribed. This will help me a lot. Thank you so much. Bye! So here we are for game number 1. Thank you for still be watching. I don't actually know what are we playing around, but I know in my experience that Mana Dorks needs to be removed as soon as possible. I don't know what kind of decks is playing Arbor Ref in 2024, but that's it. By the way, we kept a pretty decent hand. No need to show the chat nor the game log this game. Oh, okay, that's Samwise combo, so it's probably like Soultrader combo or something. We are off to a pretty decent start. We can swing on turn 2 with the Raptor, we even have Static Prison online. Next turn we can go Coiling Oracle, maybe ramp into another land, and then play Primal Prayers, or we have the Amulet and another Goblin, pretty aggressive. Yeah, that's Soul Trading combo, so maybe next turn we're dead. We really need a land. So I try to find one with the Oracle. And of course we miss with the Oracle. I don't actually pay one because I don't want Static Prison to die. Back to my opponent, 4 cards in hand, and we might be dead right now. Yes, we are. Card of Calling for 1. So what is the loop here? Basically, what is the opponent doing? That's a nice deck. That's a nice deck that I also want to try it. So they pay 1 life. They sacrifice the Cauldron Familiar. They create a treasure token. Okay. So Cauldron Familiar to the graveyard. Treasure token. So what happens? They have 1 food token because when they played the Cauldron Familiar, Samwise Gamgee gave us 1 food token. So Cauldron Familiar to the graveyard. We play Cauldron Familiar through the food token we generated before. Okay. They drain us of 1 life, and they gain 1 life. And they can do this infinitely, okay? Because every single time the Cauldron Familiar comes back from the graveyard, They generate 1 food token. They then sack the Cauldron Familiar to Warren Soultrader. Cauldron Familiar goes to the graveyard. Sacrifice a food. Cauldron Familiar comes back. Drain us. Get some food. Sacrifice. And go infinite again. So this was game 1. They destroyed us. We were not far from winning. I would say that if we were to draw a card, we would have probably won, but that's it. Let's take a look at the next match. Next game, sorry, I will never learn. So we have a pretty decent hand with triple Guide of Souls. We keep this? I guess so. So they go Utopia Sprawl. Okay, sure. We go with another Guide of Souls. We fetch another Guide of Souls. And we start off using all the energy we have to pump the first Guide of Souls we had on the battlefield, inflict 3 damage to my opponent. So if we don't find like a removal or something, oh, they even have Rosy Cotton, yeah. So we now try to go with the Raptor. We generate so much energy, and we find another Raptor, but the second time if we see a Raptor from the Raptor, we cannot use that. But luckily we have so much energy counters, as you can see, that we can trigger all of our Guide of Souls, and the opponent was already down to 8. They don't have the combo, they don't have anything to do with our board state, and we easily win this game. We even added the 4th Guide of Souls. So as you can see, if you stack Guide of Souls, this thing becomes insane. That's so strong. So we were decently lucky, I will say, and perhaps the opponent didn't have the combo because we had 0 interaction, so we haven't really a way to interact. So opponent is just dead. Let's look at game number 3. So this sideboard I haven't shown you, but I think Ragavan is pretty useless. So I boarded him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I don't remember what were actually the cards I brought in, but I think they are Endurances and Static Prison, probably. Opponent started off pretty strong, but we have both Galvanic Discharge and Static Prison, so we just attack with Guide of Souls this time. I should have probably casted Static Prison on Samwise Gamgee and stay open with Galvanic Discharge, but I wanted to fetch for Zagoth Triome so that I had all the colors in my mana base right now. So I decided to exile with Static Prison the Cauldron Familiar, because I really didn't want the Cauldron to come back. So in the end, it was smarter to use Static Prison on the cat and Galvanic Discharge on Samwise Gamgee. I really love how this new Summoning Sickness is being displayed. So we are paying for the Static Prison. It's not big deal. Okay, so we exile a Windswept Heath. So as you can see now, we don't have red mana to play the Conduit Goblin, which is in fact an issue, and it's annoying me. So we just decided to swing with Guide of Souls and Coiling Oracle. Recruiter of the Guard. Sure thing. I love my opponent's deck, by the way. I really love it. I should have asked him for the, how do I say, the deck list, sorry. Okay, so it's our last energy. We have to play a creature right now. So I play one of my goblins, triggering our Orzhov Champion, Guide of Souls, and Goblin itself. I exiled an Amped Raptor that I cannot play this turn. So I decided to give, to keep the energy, not using a Conduit Goblin's ability, because I really want to keep the Static Prison. Okay, so double Orzhov Champion, but my opponent only has 1 card in hand, so I'm keeping this Static Prison alive. I decide to play Amped Raptor through the Amulet. So we get 1 energy and the opponent gets 2 life. So this is going nowhere. We have to exile one of those Orzhov Champions. I play another Goblin. triggering Orzhov Champions once more. God of Souls 2. Now we have 6 energy. Perhaps I can give haste to the Amped Raptor. And once I attack with my God of Souls, I can give flying to the Raptor. So I should have used 1 energy with the Conduit Goblin and give +1/+0 to one of the Raptors. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, damnation! What? Opponent has no cards in hand though, and we are to draw another God of Souls. And we play the Conduit Goblin after the Amulet. Now we use Goblin's ability. No, we don't, because we want to keep the Static Prison alive. Another Orzhov Champion. In response, to prevent my opponent from gaining any life, we play our Endurance. So, Amped Raptor. That's nice. We play the Static Prison through the Amulet. Opponent has no cards in hand. This is a concede. Okay, so we were pretty lucky with Static Prison. Triple Static Prison, not bad. Double Raptor, Triple Raptor, not bad in 34 cards. Basically, this time we played like we were Boros Energy on a budget. No Ajani, no Flage. And that was a mess, but in the end we won, so whoever wins is basically almost right. So 1-0 in these friendly matches. Let's look at the next one. Here we are for the next match against Balin. So we are on the draw. Opponent. Delighted Halfling, probably Yagmoth. Okay, we are playing against a good deck. I'm glad. So I'm killing this Delighted Halfling before he can go Greased on turn 2. Okay, so opponent, they probably have Bowmasters, so I try to go Guide of Souls instead of just dashing in Ragavan. I'm really afraid of Bowmasters. But they go Mortuary and put away, and put on top the card they had. So I'm trying now to dash in the Ragavan and 100% sure they will have Bowmasters. Yes, they do. But I had to. I mean, I could have waited one more turn, but... Okay, now they're probably double blocking. That's bad. That's bad. But we have Primal Prayers, God of Souls, Satoru, and Rogue Refiner, and Bowmasters are gone. So we are starting the loop. So I think my opponent... Yeah, so... As you can see here, it's pretty damn insane what is happening right now. So we are drawing so many cards. This is basically going infinite. So we have 14 energies. Oh my gosh. Coiling Oracle. Rogue Refiner. So as you can see, we are playing through the entirety of our deck. So opponent, as you can see, nice dude. Opponent commented with nice dude. Thank you, man. Thank you, Balin. And I told him that this is hilarious, but that's hilarious. I mean, we could have probably played through almost all of our deck. And opponent just conceded because we have 19 energies, 3 goblins online. This could have been potentially GG even this turn. So this was insane. This was insanely good. But what do we needed? So we needed Guide of Souls plus Primal Prayers plus Satoru. And we went all out. I mean, look at this. 4 Refiners, 3 Goblins, Coiling Oracle, Triple Raptor. That was insanely good. Well, an easy win against Yagmoth, guys. Can we grab a 2-0? So, what are we playing in the sideboard? So, of course, I boarded out Ragavan. And as I almost do every single time, I brought in Endurances and Static Prison. So opponent is off to a... Oh, breeding pool. Are they playing Nadu? Is this Nadu muff? Yagdu? How do you call that? So we go Coiling Oracle and we hit the Guide of Souls, which is not that bad. We can go next turn like Guide of Souls into Coiling Oracle. Oh, they go Springheart Nantuko on the Young Wolf. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't think we can win from here. It's gonna be too tough. Yep, double trigger, sure. Amped Raptor, which is great. I'm not yet sure and completely sold on amulets. So as you can see, they're pretty slow right now. Okay, so... Oh my god. Okay, that is just GG. That is just GG, guys. Okay, that was brutal. That was brutal. So, my opponent's deck, once it gets going, it's pretty unstoppable. So this time we have turn 1 Guide of Souls, turn 2 Amulet or removal, basically. Amped Raptor, which is probably the best choice we have here, even over the Amulet. So we go Raptor. I want an Oracle here. We got a Discharge, not great, but we still got 3 energies. We can use those energies to put some pressure on my opponent with my God of Souls. So I really want more lands to be able to play Primal Prayers, even though I don't really have many creatures. You see, if Amulet were a creature, this could have been way better. I don't know, like Ice Fang Kotal? Ice Fang Kotal could be better than Unstable Amulet, probably, in this deck. I mean, I played Amulet because it gets me energy, but oh, double Primal Prayers, not what we wanted. Nadu, oh gosh, no. We have to kill that thing. Hack, puh, spit on that thing. So whenever you want to remove Nadu, they always get a trigger. That's so annoying. But we are putting some pressure on my opponent. They are already down to 6. Okay, doubling Keeper, that's not bad. Wolf Roots, it's not bad either. They're up to 9. Okay. So, oh my gosh. Okay, Force of Vigor, and they get back the Nadu. Now I have to start the loop. Oh shit, I misclicked. I wanted to add green mana. Oh no. Oh gosh, no. Oh gosh, no. Ah. Okay. Oh, I think I'm throwing this game away. Opponent can block, yeah. They will get 5 damage. They only have 2 cards in hand, though. Oh gosh, Card of Calling, no. For Halfling? Do they have Yagmoth? Oh, no. What? Oh. Yep. Okay. So what is happening now? They're gaining a bunch of life, putting some counters on Satoru. They got a Young Wolf. Oh gosh. Why isn't Young Wolf triggering with Nadu? Can you tell me in the comments why isn't Young Wolf triggering with Nadu? That's an ability and it didn't trigger once. I don't know. And my opponent conceded because that was not working. Okay. Let's look at the chat. Why does Nadu not trigger? It's a targeted ability. It does not trigger once, I don't get it. And they conceded, so I don't really know. Can you guys in the comments tell me what happened here with Young Wolf, Yagmoth, and Nadu? Because I don't know. I don't really know. Show game log. I can't find a single Nadu trigger. I can't find a single Nadu trigger. Oh, because if they put a -1/-1 counter on the Young Wolf, they don't actually do because they have a +1/+1 and the ability fizzles. That's because of it? I have no idea. Well, okay, we're 2-0 in these friendly matches. I could have won on the turn before if I didn't mistap City of Brass. Gosh. I mean, I hate Magic Online because of this. In paper, of course, I just say green mana and that's okay. You see, in a poll I made recently, you told me there are no big differences between paper and online. That's a difference because in paper Magic I just say I want to add 1 green mana and that's it. If I want to rethink that, I can say, oh no, sorry, I meant blue mana. And they can call a judge, they can give me a warning, but I can definitely add my blue or green or whatever mana I want. Here I just misclicked once, white mana over green mana, and I was screwed. I could have cast Primal Prayers, Satoru with Primal Prayers, draw 1. Conduit Goblin with Satoru with Primal Prayers, draw another one. Maybe that was a Rogue Refiner, draw 2 and keep going. You know, this would have been way easier and I would have gained so many HP. Well, that's it. I still won, so okay. We are 2-0 in these friendly matches. Let's look at the next match. Okay, match number 3 against Anime Villain. So we have a pretty decent start on the draw again, with Amped Raptor, 2 Amped Raptors, Unstable Amulet, and Satoru. Once more, I'm not completely sold on the Amulet, because this doesn't really do anything and I'd rather play a creature. So my opponent is probably playing some sort of control-ish deck. Amped Raptor. Cast another Raptor, which is unfortunate, because we don't get to cast another thing out of him. So opponent, what are we playing? Stoneforge Mystic, so opponent is playing, they're grabbing Kaldra Complete. Okay. So we go Guide of Souls into another Raptor, probably. Oh no, we just kill. Oh, sure thing. Spell Pierce, I should have expected that. That's okay. Opponent is down to 10. Yeah, I mean they can go Kaldra Complete, but Prismatic Ending on the Guide of Souls. Okay. Another Raptor. We find a Coiling Oracle, which is great. We find a Ragavan, which is mediumly great. We play Satoru, and the opponent has a counter spell. Okay. I love interaction. They only have Kaldra and 1 other card in hand, and they are already down to 6. So okay, we have the Static Prison. We have to make the opponent play the Kaldra. We swing with everything. And even if they play Kaldra, we have like 6 damage on board. So we have 7 damage even if they block with Kaldra. So that's an easy GG. Too much pressure through Raptors, I would say. This card is so insanely good. And also Ragavan with haste was great, and Coiling Oracle gave me 1 land, so it's 2 for 1, it's always good. We had the Static Prison, I want more Static Prison definitely in this deck. And the Amulet is there for, you know, whenever we don't have anything else to do, we just go Amulet and try to find something else, but I could be playing like a Preordain, that would have been the same. Iceland Kotal, that would have been the same. So I clearly have to think about the Amulet, but we will talk about this in the wrap-up. Next game. So if you're hearing strange noises, it's my dog. So we take a mulligan here. We keep this double Satoru Guide of Souls hand. So it's already obvious to me that the strongest card in this deck is Guide of Souls. This thing is a super good card, not only in this deck, but in general, is a super great modern card. Opponent Psychic Frog. Oh, okay. Zagoth Triome. Did my opponent just change the deck or what? Well, I grabbed the Psychic Frog before it's too late. So I pay for the Static Prison, I fetch, grab a Breeding Pool, and play the Coiling Oracle. Triggering God of Souls, triggering Coiling Oracle. We get another Sacred Prison, which is not bad. So we swing with God of Souls. Our opponent doesn't have anything to block. Down to 17, down to 16. 5 cards in hand. Okay, opponent Stoneforge Mystic has expected. They grab a Butter Skull. Okay. So we are floating here, of course. We play the Satoru and the opponent has the counterspell, but we baited them. So we now pass the turn because we cannot really swing with neither of these creatures. We are keeping the Static Prison for the Butter Skull. Okay, triggering God of Souls, so we can keep going with the Static Prison. Opponent has a Snapcaster Mage and can counter my second Satoru. Okay, nice deck, opponent, nice deck. And still, we aren't able to attack. We really want opponent to play the Butter Skull. So they preordain, that's for sure. Prismatic Ending on one of the God of Souls. And they are okay, we are floating so badly right now. The Static Prison will be gone on next turn. So I don't know how to bait my opponent into playing the Butter Skull. So now they play the Butter Skull, but Static Prison is not instant, unluckily. Well, that would have been like one of the brokenest Magic the Gathering card. Oh no, that's Leyline Binding, right? Yeah, probably Leyline Binding is a better card in this deck. So we now have Primal Prayers, and we exile the Butter Skull, but they have the Frog. So we play the Primal Prayers, getting some energy, but opponent has a Leyline Binding, and they get the Primal Prayers away. We pop the God of Souls. Opponent, what do? They go Cryptic Coat, and here I just decide to concede because they swing with Snappy, Psychic Frog, Cryptic Coat unblockable. They can discard like 2 cards and it's 6 damage, so I go down to 2, I must block the Snappy, and next turn I'm dead anyways. And I don't really have anything on the battlefield relevant, and they have a Cryptic Coat. So yep, I'm dead. 1-on-1, match died. Let's find out who wins this. By the way, the sideboard is probably always the same. This time I cut like 1 Refiner, 1 Conduit Goblin, 1 Unstable Amulet, and I brought in Static Prisons, and I don't really remember what was here. Sorry about that. So I start off with Jetmir's Garden because I want to go Raptor turn 2. Coiling Oracle, which is nice. We get a Static Prison, we have double Satoru. Not bad. Opponent preordain. So I'm feeling quietly confident. We even have Primal Prayers now. I play the Conduit Goblin. Unluckily, he cannot give haste to himself, but here are 4 damages for my opponent. Evil laugh. Opponent down to 15. They go another preordain, sure. Stoneforge Mystic, sure thing. They grab the Butter Skull once more. So I don't really want to waste stuff. Oh, that was the Rack Sage, the 3rd card, of course. Sorry, I forgot about the Sage. So I don't have a second green source, and I don't have a 4th green source, and I don't have a black source. So I'm really stuck now. And here I don't really want to play anything into counterspell, and I'm baiting my opponent into playing Butter Skull. I shouldn't probably have it played attacked with Conduit Goblin though. But now I can safely go Rack Sage and kill the Butter Skull, so maybe that was worth it. I don't know still. They grab the Raptor, that's okay. Demir Frog, Psychic Frog, sorry. Okay. So here I don't really want to go Primal Prayers into counterspells, so I bait them with a Satoru and I then try to resolve an Amped Raptor. They take the bait, they counterspell, and I hit another Coiling Oracle, which hits me a Breeding Pool, which is not bad. Not great, but... So here I cannot attack because Psychic Frog is too big, definitely. So they give Flying to the Frog, they swing and I cannot block, and the Frog draws them a card, which is another Frog, which they play. So I try Static Prison grabbing the other Frog. And I try to dash a Ragavan, and they have another counterspell, so they seem to have infinite counterspells. Here, I probably made a mistake by keeping Satoru in hand, not playing him. Because I wanted to try and play Primal Prayers and get a card out of Satoru, playing him via Primal Prayers. And that was probably a mistake. So they see the third Frog. And at the Fairy Day, I have no cards in hand now. So I go Primal Prayers, Satoru, draw one, and of course the loop stops because I draw goddamn other Primal Prayers. Opponent is down to 5 though, that's a pretty close match. They swing, they draw a card, and they bounce Satoru. They have Prismatic Ending and they exile the Static Prison and they get back the Frog. So I go Satoru and they Leyline Binding it. I go Primal Prayers to get more energy. And here I play the Goblin and Ragavan. I should have probably... I am attacking right now, yeah. I should have probably played those things with Flash. Opponent top decks a Stoneforge Mystic, which allows them to grab a Cryptic Coat and play it. I don't want to block with the Conduit Goblin because if they discard it, they just kill the Goblin. Opponent is down to 3, but I don't have any real ways to deal with that. So I double swing, opponent blocks, we get rid of the Stoneforge Mystic, we trade the Cryptic Coat, opponent gets the Cryptic Coat back to his hand, they get another card with the Psychic Frog, opponent goes down to 2, and they have a Solitude, oh gosh. We floated, by the way, we floated 6 lands, that's too much. Guide of Souls, that's irrelevant now. We can play that at instant speed via Primal Prayers, so... Oh, we cannot, because there's the Fairy, and oh, that's a big mistake there. They draw another card out of the Frog, it's like the 4th card, another Frog coming down. It's the 4th Frog in 13 cards. Oh, another land. And we just concede. Well, shit happens, guys. That was a good match. Maybe I had some bad decisions and I could have played it better, but also my opponent had some pretty good draws, 4 Frogs and double binding. That was not bad. Double counterspell. That was actually not bad. Double Stoneforge Mystic. That's great. Great draws. My draws were good too. Well, never mind, guys. We are 2-1 in these friendly matches. On with the next one. Okay, 4th match against Elbato89. We are on the draw once more. We keep because we have a turn 2 Amped Raptor and a Triome turn 1. Opponent gets Gillet Goose. Okay. Is this once more like Soultrader deck? What's that? Oh, that's Amalia. Okay. That's Amalia with Ocelot Pride? Okay. Well, we got a Raptor. Discharge instantly killed the Ocelot Pride. I should have probably killed Amalia, though. Birthing Ritual? Oh, yeah, I should have. Luckily, I have Static Prison now. So Birthing Ritual is another interesting card that I want to build around. If you want me to build with Birthing Ritual, write down in the comments, Birthing Ritual, please. And I will do it. So they get back Ocelot Pride with Extraction Specialist. They don't suck anything to Birthing Ritual. So I'm full on removals though. So I played the Guide of Souls out of the Amulet, and now I probably just exile, yeah, another Amulet of course, and I kill the Walker. And I swing with Raptor because also Pride cannot attack or block, and Extraction Specialist doesn't have First Strike. They go Amalia, okay, we have another Static Prison. So they swing with Extraction Specialist. We easily block with Amped Raptor. So they sack Amalia, they grab a Grist. So now we have to exile the Grist. But I think I'm going... I don't know, I should have probably just played Primal Prayers and started the loop. I play an Amulet out of another Amulet. Well, opponent only has one card in hand, so I'm in a pretty decent position. I exile a Rogue Refiner, so next turn will be nuts. So I double swing and I pump no one. Opponent can block the Raptor with Ocelot Pride, but they don't do that. So opponent, 2 cards in hand. Return the ranks, okay. They grab Amalia and Gillet Goose. Birthing Ritual, they sack the Goose, they're grabbing Keeper. So that's great. What my opponent is doing is great. So let's take a look at the chat. Is my opponent saying something? No. Okay, Breeding Pool. Now we try to start the loop. Primal Prayers, Seat of Brass open. We go. Okay, Rogue Refiner, and we are draining our opponent whenever we play something out of the exile. Okay, we got another Primal Prayers. Oh, we got a Ragavan. We drain the opponent for 2. We have another Rogue Refiner, which is, oh my gosh. Yep, opponent is down to 1. And I think they are mostly dead. Yeah, probably. I just give flying to this guy and they are dead. Yep, and that's it. We won against Amalia combo. Is that even a thing? Well, okay. Game 1 was easy. Game 2, I'm actually scared, and I think I boarded in Static Prisons once more. And I boarded out like 1 Conduit Goblin and 1 Amulet for the maximum Static Prison possible. So my hand is not quietly decent. Too many lands, but I have double removal, so it's not bad. And in fact, I will kill the Amalia instantly. Okay, so what is my opponent doing now? Birthing Ritual and Synod Scout. They sack the Scout, they get the Samwise Gamgee. I love this art, by the way. We probably break away the Samwise. Opponent, Coco. Extraction Specialist, bringing back Samwise. And they even have an Aware Might, so they sack Extraction and get a Grist. This deck is nuts, though. This is working so well. We go Refiner, we get a Static Prison, we grab the Grist. Should have probably grabbed the Samwise Gamgee. Return the ranks, okay. Okay, they are gaining some life, another Grist. Birthing Ritual. And that's GG, I think. I don't know, okay. How does this work? Is this GG right now? Is it GG? So they go like... No, it's not GG right now. We'll put a +1/+1, we gain 3 life. Oh yeah, that's GG, because yeah, that's GG. They will just break a food token, gain some life. So whenever they gain some life, this thing explodes. Whenever something explodes, this thing gets +1/+1 and we gain 3 life. Whenever we gain life, this thing explores. Whenever someone explores, we gain 3 life. Blah, 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 blah. They just kill every other creature and they swing us for 20 damage. So yes, that's GG right now. I mean, not right now, but at the start of my opponent's turn. So we are tied now, 1-on-1. Final game against El Barto 89. We are now on the play. Decent hand, Ragavan turn 1, pass the turn. Amped Raptor turn 2 if we need to. So I can probably, yeah, go like Static Prison on the Cauldron, like we did the game before. Swing with Ragavan. Yep, get a treasure token. And play the Raptor, probably. Oh, or just play the Goose. Why not? Yep, Goose is not bad. So we are now so far ahead, my opponent. Can we lose out of nowhere? Or can we leave long enough? So we get an Amalia, and I go Primal Prayers. I play Amalia, I play Raptor, another Raptor, and I still have 3 energies to play another Ragavan if needed. So we are so far ahead, how can we lose? My opponent can just combo off out of nowhere, and we just lose, I guess. So we have Guide of Souls. Good, but not great. So we cycle away the Zagoth Triome and we get the 3rd goddamn Ragavan. We swing with everything. We cannot use Guide of Souls ability. Opponent probably has some trick here to get back Amalia. They fetch, they go down to 9. Opponent, Extraction Specialist, grabbing Cenote Scout. Okay. Opponent down to 7. End of turn, we play a Ragavan, thanks to Primal Prayers, and we get 1 energy. Okay, Forest, not what I wanted. So we pay for the Static Prison. And I think at this point we swing with everything, except the God of Souls and Chili Goose. They block the Ragavan. I have the 3rd man. Opponent down to 6, because they gained 3 life out of Extraction Specialist. They have 4 cards in hand. Amalia, the 3rd one. Return the ranks. Okay, so now if they get 1 food token, I'm dead. No, they still need the other guy. They're down to 5 though. Judy Goose will create a food token, that's for sure. Unstable Amulet, okay. We play the Amulet, hopefully eating something relevant. Land. Yeah, of course that's a land. Oh my gosh. Okay, well. And we swing with everything. We don't have any more energies right now. That might be a problem next turn. Opponent decides to trade and go down to 1. Opponent is down to 1. Can they win now? Court of Calling. 2 mana open. And that's GG. Oh my gosh, we were so close. Oh no, no. They grab the goddamn Wygrove Walker. Okay. And they do the loop, yeah, pim pam, and I just decide to concede. Oh gosh, we are now 2-2 in these friendly matches. Oh, let's take a look at the last one. This one is against Count Cracula. I want to thank you if you're watching Count Cracula, because you are the best viewer I had in like months. You are the best, and you told me I will show the chat to everyone. You told me to keep going, to post more videos because you like my deck. And this means the world to me, and you completely made my day. Thank you so much, Count Cracula, and if you want to play with me, guys, just write to me in the comments and I will add you to friend list and we can play together, as I did with Count Cracula. So, back to us. Count Cracula is playing like Orzhov land breaking with Smallpox and White Orchid Phantom and Chtonian, how do you say that? Chtonian Nightmare. So that's a pretty interesting deck, but he was impressed by my deck, and I was so glad he was, and that was so interesting to see and to speak with him. So I will open up the chat log because this guy was so fun. So stay tuned for the chat. So at this point we have the loop going. Okay, we have God of Souls, Satoru, Primal Prayers. So as you can see, Count Dracula is saying Dalton, but I don't really seem to understand what he's saying. So he said, never mind, good, carry on. Go, carry on, or whatever. And he says, Fire Brew, is it home or net? And this means the world to me. This really, this means the world to me. This guy was so nice, and I love compliments like that. So we're trying to make the loop work once more, and this is fizzling so bad, but we luckily hit a Coiling Oracle into another Coiling Oracle, which is great. So as you can see, TTV Count Dracula. I haven't streamed, so if you want, guys, go check out Count Dracula on the internet. And you can read the chat by yourself, guys. That was so interesting. So as you can see, I'm still going with my loop with Raptors and Gyarados and Galvanic Discharge and whatever. So my board state is full. Another Gyarados and another Satoru. This is going insane. So I go Amulet. I hit a Galvanic Discharge. I play another Satoru, so I get 2 triggers and I keep one. So as you can see, with another Satoru, 2 triggers. And my opponent just conceded, by the way. My opponent just conceded. So as you can see here, my opponent told me, I'm watching your Affinity video right now, and I definitely like it. You have a good voice and you do a good job. Yes, definitely. Try and upload more. Followed you on both of my channels. This guy is the GOAT. I mean, he's the... Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. I had so much fun. By the way, I won game 1 because obviously my opponent has no way, pre-side at least, there's no way to deal with such a board state. I'm about to draw 2 cards to get 2 more energies, and I have so many cards in hand too, and a Static Prison to remove the White Orchid, so that was just hilarious. Terrific. Okay, let's see if Count Dracula can beat me on game number 2. Here we are, game number 2 with Count Dracula once more. So I still have a pretty decent start. I know I'm saying that every single time, but... So Count Dracula is from California. And they go with the goddamn Phantom. I love this art, it's so great. And also the card is so good. So I try to go Raptor and blaze the White Orchid Phantom away instantly. And opponent gets Bowmasters, which I hate. So I go probably Gyarados into Coiling Oracle. And as you can see, Coiling Oracle doesn't draw me a card directly, while effectively doing so. So against Bowmasters, great card. Ice Fang Kotal wouldn't have been that great. My opponent is playing the One Ring. Luckily I have Static Prison. It wasn't meant to counter a One Ring. I wasn't expecting that, but well, gladly I had it. So I'm trying to go Conduit Goblin here. Getting some energies so I can attack with Gyarados or a Flying Ragavan, probably, yeah, better. A Flying Ragavan. So this isn't looking that bad from here. I have a 5-3 Ragavan going in for 5 damage, and I flipped Bowmasters so I can kill my opponent Bowmasters. So let's hope my opponent doesn't have Wrath of the Skies. Please, not Wrath of the Skies. Please, not Wrath of the Skies. Yeah, and that's it. Wrath of the Skies, probably. Please. Please, no. No, 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 no. And that's it. Yeah, that was so obvious. So my opponent got his one ring back, unluckily. Oh gosh, I was dominating. I hate mass removals. So what can I do now? Killing Ajani, probably. Static Prison on the one ring and pass the turn because I don't have the right mana once more to play Satoru and Ragavan. My opponent has another ring. Oh no. No, that's unlucky. Ocelot Pride, I love that cat. Okay, so we pay for Static Prison. Oh gosh, the one ring is just too much. Another Ajani. Smallpox. Oh gosh, what's that? Oh gosh. And he can sack the cat so he can flip his own Ajani. This deck is definitely interesting. I'm closing the chat now. I don't want to spoil things. Oh gosh, they even had the City's Blessing. Yep, so I just decided to concede because not much to do from here, but even the turn before, but I was just wondering what was about to happen. Okay, so we are 2-2 and 1-1. One final match to decide if this deck is worth playing or not. So in all these matches we played, actually we did combo off like just once, I think. So I don't really know, but we will talk about that in the wrap up. So turn 1 Ragavan, always good. We swing with the Ragavan, hopefully connecting. Yep, and we have an Ajani, not bad. So I think I made a huge mistake here. You probably already know what was the mistake. So as you can see, this start is great, and the only way for my opponent to come back from here is like Wrath of the Skies. So, and we even have a Refiner, Satoru, and Primal Prayers, so this is insane. So opponent, can he go something like Bowmasters? Block Ajani? Oh, brought back. Oh, wow. That's what I call a ramp. Wow. And I go Primal Prayers, and I go Satoru, and I go Refiner. Oh, Smallpox. Okay, that's unfortunate. So here I made two mistakes this time. I discarded the land, sacrificed the land, and I need to stop the video. So what happened here? I sacrificed the Ajani token, and I flipped Ajani. But you may exile Ajani, then return him to the battlefield transformed under his owner's control. Not under my control, but his owner's. So Count Dracula is the owner of Ajani. So the time I decided to flip Ajani, Count Dracula got his Ajani flipped. And that was the hugest mistake I made in this game. Alongside discarding and sacrificing a land. So, I mean, I have Primal Prayers online, but still, that was a huge mistake. Opponent gets brought back, and I go in response. Satoru, Rogue Refiner, drawing another Refiner, drawing 2 cards, getting some energy. So many Galvanic Discharges, well, at least I can kill Ajani. So I go Amped Raptor, draw, get some energies. Galvanic Discharge, another one. Yeah, on Ajani, sure. My opponent is down to 6 though, so I think I'm winning this. Yep, there's no way I can lose from here. Opponent doesn't have Wrath of the Skies, so I have another Raptor too. I even have Galvanic Discharge. So that's GG, and that's a 3-2, guys. Not bad. How exciting. How exciting. Yep, my opponent let me win because he is a man of honor, and he let me win by swinging in for the damage. We had another Amped Raptor, a Galvanic Discharge, and 2, well, useless this time, Primal Prayers, so I'm just sad that my opponent's deck didn't work as he wanted, but the idea behind that is so good. Thank you once more, Count Cracula, you are the best. So on with the wrap-up. 3-2 in these friendly matches, so we didn't really play it against any considerable tire deck, we just had random modern decks battling each other. So if it wasn't for my mistakes and probably my sideboarding mistakes, we could have probably won every single one of those matches. We were so close though, so close. I'm not completely sold, as I told you, on Unstable Amulet. See, this thing probably needs to go, and so the mana base needs a bit more tuning. Also, Conduit Goblin, 2 copies perhaps are just about enough. So I will probably cut Unstable Amulets, 1 Conduit Goblin, and add probably 4 Ice Fang Kotls. I guess they can draw me some cards and keep the engine going, and they have that touch if I play enough lands. And probably change up the mana base a bit. So, what are your thoughts on this deck, guys? Is this the right way to use Primal Prayers, or is Primal Prayers just a combo piece to use with Satoru and Greenbelt Rampager? So, what do you think about this? Let me know in the comments. And what do you want me to play in the next deck? So, my options here are like Protoss Convoke, White Winnie. What do I have here? I have Samwise Combo. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you are the most interested in. And that's all for today, guys. And thank you for watching as usual. Please subscribe to the channel. This will help me really a lot. And see you hopefully soon in the next video.